Hi everybody, I'm Timothy. I just want to welcome you to this program. So basically, a lot of you all know me, Tim. I have my own business. I do sales consulting. I dabble in farming on the side because I see a need fit. And basically, one of the things that keeps me really going and one of the things I really enjoy is Scotch. Anybody who knows me knows I love Scotch. And we did some work, we did some discussions, and we were able to partner with the people at Uncorked. We had the location now, fantastic location. So what we'll be doing is bringing out this series to you all, officially welcoming you all to the first episode of the Scotchman. And yes, I am the Scotchman. So during this Scotchman episodes, what we're really going to do is give you a Caribbean flavor of Scotch tasting. Now I know you're going to Google and you're going to see Scotch tasting. Now there's the English version, which is a little stiff. There's the US version where they talk about their whiskies and they do things a little differently, but we're going to talk our Caribbean version. We're going to go through different types of Scotch, different brands, how you nose it, how you smell it, what to look for, the different nuances. But the whole point of this is that people can get an appreciation of drinking Scotch. Single malts, blended malts, doesn't matter. We'll go through all of that over the course of the series. And don't get me wrong, I like to go to the rum shop like everybody else, drink my Scotch and ginger ale, Scotch and coconut water. I grew up drinking rum in the Caribbean, but as I got older, I was taught or I learned that there are nuances and you actually can sit and sip and enjoy a proper glass of Scotch, and that's what we're gonna try to do. And again, this is something you'll want to do around your friends, around like-minded people. You do have the Scotch at home, you do want to go and have your own collection like I have in my house. Come to Uncorked. It's really nice ambience. There are lots of people inside of here. The staff is very knowledgeable. Come and sit and relax and share a sip of Scotch with your friends. And trust me, at the end of this series, you'll get a different appreciation for Scotch. Hi Dion, thanks again for letting us have this series here. I've been behind Eat a Food for a very long time and we really needed to have somebody to partner with to allow us to do this series in the location, and this ambience is perfect fit. So tell us about Uncorked.
All right, well again, you're very welcome. This sort of thing is part of the mission of Uncorked, to bring that accessibility to the finer things, the wines, the spirits, the Scotch, the good rum. We have nothing against white oak. As a younger man, I had a lot of it.
Me too.
But I feel that there's a perception that certain things are not accessible to everyone. And here at Uncorked, our mission is to bring everybody down to a level and teach so that everyone can enjoy it.
And that's a good mission, and that's what we're trying to do with our series too. Let everybody know about Scotch and let them come here and drink it with their friends. Not everybody can have a whole collection of Scotch in their house, so guess what? They could come here, they could buy a bottle, they could put it down, and when they come with their friends, they could sip and they could do what they need to do, enjoy the Scotch.
Yeah, and that's one of the things we offer. You can come here, you buy a bottle, you don't have to drink it all at once. I mean, we recommend it that you do, but you can put it down and come back. We keep it for you. And we have a nice community here. We call them Uncorkians.
Oh, wow.
Who have bought into our vision. I mean, we have one table here. It doesn't matter whether you're a CEO, a GM, or you're the man like me who sweeps the floor. You're allowed to sit here and be a part of the thing.
Perfect. That vision is perfect for what we want to do. And again, I just want to say thank you for letting myself and Eat a Food come in for this Scotchman series that we're going to do. Thank you for letting us use your wonderful space at Uncorked, and thank you for coming on the episode and tasting some Scotch with us today.
I mean, it's a tough way to make a living, but somebody has to do it. So I'm willing to do this small favor for you.
Great, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Right, so today we're going to try Glenlivet Founders Reserve. Very smooth Scotch from Glenlivet Company, Speyside in Scotland. Sorry, it's a kind of full glass, Dion.
Clearly you don't want to work for the rest of the day. But this is a really interesting in Scotch. It doesn't have a age statement on it, which a lot of people look for in their Scotches, and I'm just saying, let's focus on the taste. Don't worry about the hype and what you're supposed to see.
Exactly.
This is really about just enjoying it.
Exactly. So throughout the series, we're going to talk about many different things about Scotch and Scotland and whiskey and the differences. But I just want to point out one thing. This is a Glencairn glass. So this was designed specifically for nosing, sipping, drinking Scotch. It's using all the distilleries in Scotland. So I know you know how to do it, but for the purpose of everybody else in the episode, let's first take a little sip, shake, look at the color, the lighting, nose it. Nice and golden, right? Nice and light.
Light golden color. It's wonderful legs as well.
It does.
It gives me an idea of what sort of alcohol we're going to have.
Correct. So what Dion is really saying in terms of the legs is when you roll it around, the length of time it takes for the alcohol to drip back down really gives you a kind of indication of what percentage alcohol is in there. So
the thicker those legs are, the more voluptuous and more feel you're likely to get
Yes, actually.
On your Scotch. It also works for wine as well. So this is a very similar process for tasting wine.
Very nice. Didn't know. So when you're sniffing your Scotch, what you really want to do, try to get your nose in as closely as possible. First one, you really want to get a lot of alcohol. Forget the alcohol. If you need to close your eyes, actually close your eyes, take a sniff in. And a little trick that I learned is leave your mouth slightly open. Believe it or not, when you take a nice deep inhale of the Scotch and your mouth is slightly open, you can actually taste what the Scotch is before you actually drink it. It's really cool. So from this, I get a fruity kind of flavor. I would even say a little bit fruitcake, marzipan, if you want to say that. I don't know.
Them fancy words, man. Where black cake does taste like
basically,
that smelly does
basically, that is what marzipan is.
On cooking about them fancy words. But on the nose, definitely a nice sweetness, almost a honey. And then you can smell the wood.
Yes, in the cask, of course.
You can really smell the wood. It's nice and rich, deep, And I also tell my customers, I mean, all of this is nice. This is about appreciating the alcohol, but it isn't what it's about.
Yeah.
What you get out of any tasting is what you've experienced.
Exactly.
So if somebody says, I smell tennis balls, if you never smell a tennis ball, you can't smell that. That's a significant thing.
And for me, like I keep saying, I really like Scotch. So right now, I just want to drink it. But you have to control yourself. The whole point of this is, you take a little bit in the mouth, roll it around your tongue, let it sit. Then there's also the aftertaste, the linger. So you swallow it, let it go down, take another sip. So I'm ready to try mine.
If you insist.
Thank you, sir. See the smile. This is some good Scotch.
Nice.
Very smooth going down. One of the hallmarks of Glenlivet and a lot of the good Scotch is basically, it doesn't burn. So it's not like you take a shot of punch, sorry, you call white oak before, not like you're taking a shot of certain types of rum or certain types of alcohol. I know it's going to burn you just. You don't have that. There's a nice, very nice, smooth aftertaste.
There's an initial bite in the tongue.
Yeah.
Which is
touches your tongue like
which is quite refreshing, actually.
Good. Getting fruity, lots of fruity.
A lot of fruit, almost
like orange.
Yeah, I'm not going to say the rind.
Like a citrus, like citrus.
Yeah, a citrusy, rindy kind of taste,
citrus.
Which is quite pleasant.
It's really nice.
And the finish, it finishes so smoothly. It just lays on the tongue.
It's just
completely unoffensive. And compared to some other Scotches that we, some saying almost we're going to have this. I would recommend this to people who are now getting into single malts.
Yes, for sure.
Simply because of
smooth.
It's so
light.
smooth. In terms of complexity, it's really an accessible whiskey.
It is. I agree with everything Dion is saying. Fully endorsed 100%. So one of the things you do when you taste whiskey is put in a few drops of water in it. It's supposed to release some more flavors and release a different texture. So we're going to do that next, and then after that, you could shot it. If you opted, because you had a little more than me, so I'm not sure.
I don't know what you shot in.
But for now, we're just going to pour water into it. Just a couple drops.
So a good Scotsman friend of mine said, allow a man to pour his own drink.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Nice.
That's
Thank you very much. Yeah. I'm just going to have a couple of drops.
This is to really open up the flavors.
That's correct. Color will change slightly. Obviously, it'll become a little lighter. Dion pointed out the legs will run faster now too, because now it's actually a little more diluted. Fruitier, believe it or not. Actually smells fruitier now.
Yeah. Some of that alcohol, that harshness in the alcohol has gone away.
My favorite part, tasting again.
It is now.
It's nice. So that initial sting on the tongue is now gone.
Yeah, it's creamy now.
Yes, now it's very smooth on the tongue, and it was always smooth going down, but now there's no aftertaste. Still fruity, still citrusy. But a little hint of sweet.
But really nice and creamy now.
Smooth.
Yeah, this is
So for the first time Scotch drinkers, definitely try Glenlivet Founders Reserve.
Yeah.
And maybe if it's the first time ever, put little drops of water in so you won't get the initial sting on your tongue.
Well, I think that's all part of the full experience. You have to appreciate what it tastes like before, what it tastes like after.
It's good.
And this is one of those liquids where I say it doesn't matter what you see on the box.
Yes.
People always come into Uncorked and ask,
Yeah.
What's your favorite? I was like, my favorite is not relevant to your journey, your experience. I mean, I do like this.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit light for me.
That's why I asked for that. It's good.
Yeah, but then again, I'm a little bit further along in my journey in terms of
Correct.
single malts and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But this is an excellent introductory, I would say, everyday drinker.
Perfect, I think, for the beginner. So lots of ladies, don't like Scotch. I don't know why the ladies are afraid of Scotch. The ones that do drink, they like to mix with the chase with the coconut water and the ginger ale. And
There's a place for that. But
yes,
this is not it.
This is a perfect beginner single malt Scotch. Come in, taste it, sip it, and we're gonna all the things we were talking about. We'll talk about the heavier ones. We'll talk about the peaty ones. We'll get into all that as the series progresses. But this is just the first foray into Scotchman in Uncorked with Dion to basically get everybody up to date and appreciate some single malt.
A lot of talking, I'll just have a wee bit more.
Thank you everybody for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to all of our social media platforms. Please follow Uncorked TT on Instagram, follow Eater Food TT on Instagram, follow Eater Food on Facebook, subscribe to Eater Food on YouTube. Watch and like everything that we do because our idea is to bring all these things that we have passions about to everybody in the Caribbean. We want to do this with a Caribbean flavor for the Caribbean diaspora. So like and follow and please give us your feedback. Let us know what you want us to do on the next episode. Dion?
It's been a pleasure having you guys here and look forward to seeing some of you in store.
Thanks again, everybody.